In an ever-evolving landscape, NHS Hartlepool and Stockton-on-Tees clinical commissioning group understands the importance of keeping the community engaged in changes to health services. So when the emergency and critical care services were moved from one hospital to another, the #1 priority was to find what could be done to help ease patients, carers and families through this transition. Robin Ross reports.
Hartlepool and Stockton-on-Tees. These are two towns with a combined population of 250,000 people facing similar health challenges.
The biggest challenge is that the difference, I think, in life expectancy between some of the richest parts of Hartlepool and Stockton and some of the poorest parts, and that can be a difference of up to 15 years.
Some people living here are facing tough health issues: cancer, heart disease, mental health problems and age-related illnesses such as dementia. But they all have a voice and they want to be heard. Hartlepool and Stockton-on-Tees CCG want to be known as the listening CCG, which is why they're holding an event tonight to do exactly that. Let's go take a look. This particular type of get-together happens twice a year in both Stockton and Hartlepool. The CCG explains what it's planning over the next year and what they have done. But most of all, they want to hear from the public what they think and feel relaxed enough to say it.
We figured big public meetings are potentially very intimidating. So if this is somebody with a problem, a question dear to their heart, they've never been to a public arena before, if they had a big group of people to talk in front of, they would not even necessarily raise a question, and then we'd miss a valuable public opinion.
This informal chat is perfect for someone like Daphne. She's deaf and helped by her faithful companion Pip. But tonight she's here to find out more about Alzheimer care, having been diagnosed 18 months ago.
It's a really good idea, and because people who have been diagnosed, they can see that something's being done.
There are people here from all different backgrounds and age groups. These teenagers are youth inspectors.
We do a lot of work with the NHS, and where obviously the children's outpatients and things, where we go and inspect them and give them recommendations how they can improve the service and make it better.
Do you think you're listened to?
Yeah, we get to go back and see if they've listened to what we've said, and if they haven't, we can come back again after that to see until they do.
Do you feel as if you've got a little bit of power?
Yeah.
The CCG uses leaflets, social media, the website My NHS and marketplace events to reach out to people. And they're building strong relationships with voluntary groups.
The voluntary and community sector have this amazing penetration into communities that really the NHS doesn't do. The NHS can sometimes be a bit guilty of being a one-size-fits-all service and waiting for people to come to it.
Steve Rose started working as a volunteer 40 years ago. It's his passion. He now supports the voluntary sector in Stockton to access resources from the public purse. He's noticed a change.
There's one project that's called Healthways, which is about contact with extremely vulnerable people, including young women who are falling into prostitution and drug misuse, and developing a whole programme that is very much community development orientated, with people who are living and working within the communities and close to those people, as opposed to a model which says, here's someone with a problem, they have to find their way to a professional.
By meeting people face to face, changes are happening. Recently, the CCG used one of these meetings to explain why they needed to move acute medical care from one hospital to another. It was a contentious move, but by talking, they discovered ways to make life easier for everyone.
We became aware that very important to the public is transport arrangements for healthcare services. So this is now something that we've sort of like twigged, and that we're needing to pay significant attention to make sure that we've got the right sort of transport to the right service, in the right place, at the right time, for the right people.
Everyone's starting to notice a difference. Healthwatch is an organisation that links public feedback to the CCG. Their chair is a retired nurse.
I used to think that my training was better than years ago, but technology's moved on. Loads and loads. So treatment's changed, diagnoses have changed, and the fact that we can get together like this and say to somebody, this isn't working, and they'll say, right, let's do something about it.